Whoa! Everybody! It's Richard from Channel 23, ha ha ha, and I have something to talk to you guys about. I'm going to be reviewing a movie that you have to watch to experience. It's called Trick or Treat. Yeah. Yes, Trick or Treat. I don't know if any of you heard of this movie, but it's a movie that was supposed to be released in theaters, but unfortunately, for some mysterious reason, was pushed for a direct-to-DVD release. And let me tell you, it does not follow the cliched kind of stereotype that if a movie's released to DVD, it's probably bad. Because this movie is anything but. Anything but. So let me tell you a little bit of this amazing little gem, Trick or Treat. It's directed by Michael Dougherty, who is more well known, I would say, for being one of the writers working with Bryan Singer on Superman Returns and X2, X-Men United. And Bryan Singer actually produces this film, whereas Dougherty wrote and directed this film. And what it's about is it's Halloween night in a little town that I don't know if it's where it's called Warren Valley, Ohio. And it's essentially 4 stories woven together in a non-narrative, in like a non-linear narrative. And what are the 4 stories about? Story number 1. The first story, after the opening, and the opening sequence is kind of a small story in its own, that I'm not going to tell you anything about because it sets up the whole movie perfectly. But the first story is about this high school principal named Mr. Wilkins, who's played by someone I don't know, but you might recognize him from other movies you've seen. But this character is a school principal who has a bit of a dark secret that is even involving his son, who looks like a typical little kid, and he makes this really funny comment about Charlie Brown. You'll have to check it out. But he has this really dark secret that, in a way, gets him in trouble in one of the other interwoven stories. And I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You have to find it out for yourself. It's fantastic. Story number 2. Story number 2 is about this girl played by Anna Paquin, a.k.a. Sookie Stackhouse. True Blood! And she and a group of her friends are getting dressed up to go to a Halloween party. And it kind of deals with first time snares, you know your first time kind of thing. And Anna Paquin's character is a virgin, and so through the whole story, they're trying to make her not a virgin. And but it doesn't. It might seem like a typical thing like that, but it is anything but. And the ending is probably the highlight minus one part in the entire picture. Number 3. In the third storyline, we see this group of kids who are going trick-or-treating, collecting jack-o'-lanterns. And lit jack-o'-lanterns, by the way, because you got to keep your jack-o'-lantern lit for Halloween. And what they do is they're collecting the jack-o'-lanterns, and what they're doing is these kids are taking the jack-o'-lanterns to this quarry, which is a location for this urban legend about a school bus full of kids that were misfortune bastard childs whose parents paid the bus driver to do something about it. And it's a very interesting story. It's an awesome story, and it's interwoven perfectly as well. Number 4. The number 4th story is about a guy named Mr. Craig. Mr. Craig is the neighbor to the principal, Mr. Wilkins, and what he does is he has this really dark secret, and he's one of those neighbors, those creepy neighbors that hates children, hates holidays and stuff. But he's got a really, really dark secret, and it's perfect for the interwoven, aspect of it. Yeah. Now, each of these 4 stories involves a Halloween tradition that have turned into something completely different to what its original intention was. The first one being taking candy from strangers. Another one is keeping your jack-o'-lantern lit, dressing up for Halloween, and but like I kind of forget what the last one is, but they're all involving Halloween traditions. And the guardian of Halloween, not Jack Skellington, is a little character named Sam. Sam is the little character you see on the box of the DVD or like any of the posters you see. Here's a picture of Sam. Did I scare you? If not, I could try again later. Maybe not in this video, but in another video. But Sam, you have no idea what he is until at least one story where you're still a little confused as to what he is. But Sam is like a Halloween guardian, and he enforces the rules of Halloween. If you break these rules, he punishes the characters in a way, directly or indirectly. He punishes the characters. And he's kind of the god character of the entire series. And he's just this cute little character. Even when his mask, his burlap sack, is taken off his head and reveals his face, which is amazing reveal, by the way. To find out what's under that burlap sack of his, I forget what I was saying. Anyways, he's just the god character of this whole thing, and I love his little outfit, and he's got these little burlap fingerless gloves, burlap sack on this kind of a burlap Halloween mask, and a orange Feety pajamas, and he drags around a bag of candy. And this guy, he is in every storyline in one way or another, and he is probably one of the best Halloween characters since Jack Skellington or Michael Myers ever. This film is like a horror movie version in a way to like Pulp Fiction. It's kind of like that, but more interwoven, and it's one of the best scary movies I've seen in a long time, maybe even in ever, because it's just so awesome. I recommend. It's on DVD, Blu-ray, and on demand. If you have on demand, I would suggest right after this, go watch it, because that's what I did. I'm watching it again right when I'm done with this, because I'm so hyped about it, and it was such a great movie. Go check it out. And this has been Richard here, Channel 23, ha ha ha, doing a quick non-bats in the bill for summer movie review, I might add, on this fantastic little gem, Trick or Treat. And I'd like to go by saying, Happy Halloween.